Stop trying to get rich. Get better. Getting rich will often happen as a consequences. A lot of entrepreneurs today fixated on the output, which is getting rich quick, getting a lot of money, the revenues, the sales, and how to scale your business without focusing uh, on other things. What you want to focus on is what create wealth. The mindset that lead to effort and without wasted any energy. This type of mindset lead to scatter effort, wasted energy, and you're just chasing result and you're essentially or just an employee with higher pay. And that's a lot of the time or the trap that most owners fall in. They're obsessed with scaling, growing, but really they're going in the wrong direction. Let me be real. If most business depend entirely on selling more unit and constantly hunting for more lead, you're just stuck on hamster wheel. You just keep going, and until your business exhausts or you exhaust, whichever can come out first. That's why a lot of business owners today are stuck just chasing after that kind of that drive. So every month they start at zero and they scramble to get more client, reload their sales, and then again do that again and again and again. But here's the kicker. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to just every month chase for another paycheck. You don't have to chase for more client. And let me explain why. Think of your business as a bucket and your income as the flow. So the more money that you use to increase that flow, the more lead you have. But think about this. If your bucket has full of holes everywhere, and it just keep leaking and leaking out, it doesn't matter how good the flow is. It doesn't matter how fast the flow is. The bucket will always fill up and be drained down because of the hole. What you need to fix in your business is a way so you can keep that bucket full no matter the flows. So if you say find a way to retain your lead, then that's a piece of tape over the hole. More piece of tape over the hole. And guess what? At some point, your bucket will be full with little to no flow. So say every month you just get 1-2 new clients. That's just a tiny bit flow. But if the water is still in the bucket, that bucket will just keep rising. Compared to, say, you have to do 10 clients every month, and then because there are holes on the bucket, you lose 12, 13. So that bucket will always be going down, but you have more client than the 1 or 2 client. So just focus on retaining the client on the back end compared to getting more client. Because by you retaining the client, you earn more and have more per unit of input. Let me tell you a story. I had a friend, he was a baker. And every day, this baker would spend from morning to night learning new recipe, testing new batches before he launched his business. He traveled to Egypt, traveled to Japan, traveled to China to learn all of the recipe that he can use to make the best bread. And it took years, months for him to perfect this recipe. But by the time that he decided to launch his business, people already knows his name. He's just that famous baker that travel around the world and make bread. People already knows his name. So by the time that he started a bakery, people just keep coming back in and in. He doesn't have to make a new recipe to keep client in the door, because he has perfected his recipe so much that people will just keep craving for it, coming back for it. And he doesn't have to be stuck chasing more lead, expanding his output and expanding everything. And he doesn't have to chase the marketing size on his company, because he has a good name and his product retain client. And more important than that, his bread sells what people couldn't experience in other places. So essentially, he is the only one who sells that good of a bread. He wasn't just selling like normal bread like any other places. He sell an experience that people will remember for life. They would just reminisce and say, hey, remember that place, remember their bread, it's so good. Let's go get it as a family. Boom, 5 more customer. Their kid will do the same. Their cousin, family, boom. Those business will grow because he is selling something that people has never experienced before, and they will remember. And if you yourself are stuck, ask yourself this question: why are the customer coming back, and why are not telling their friends? Sometimes the answer aren't that obvious, because people will be polite. They will just hide things from you. So you just gotta think of ways that you can improve your product. Test new angle on your product. Test new aspect. Test everything that you and your product, your service could provide. Improve the customer experience. So for example, if you say you sell a software, and that software gives you cold email, and people go in there for the cold email, but guess what? If the customer interface easy to use and it's quick to the point, people love that. Or say they have an additional feature where they give you the email lead. That email tool will be much better than other email tool because people will use it easier and it have an extra feature. So fix a lot of things. So fix tiny details. The tiny things is what make business great, because you don't know what make the change that would change your business from a 1K to a 10K and to 10K to 100K. It might just take one tiny twist. So for example, if you see a lot of YouTube video out there, they make a small video, like for example, that video didn't blow up, but just a moment they tweak the intro just a tiny bit, or they tweak the thumbnail, they tweak the title, that video change. So great business lies in the small details, and opportunities lies in the work that other people aren't doing. So you make sure that you keep trying and keep increasing your product. And if I'm being honest with you, it's not glamorous, but it's how business create money and survive off of it. and thrive for the years to come. Let me drop a truth bomb on you. There is no such a thing as not enough lead. The real problem, you can't afford lead because your product is not good enough and the customer isn't coming back. The business that dominate long term is focusing on one thing: compounding values. Think about it. So if they make a product that's so good, the customer love it, they stick around for longer, they spend more, and they bring more people in. This lower your CAC, which is your customer acquisition cost, while boosting the lifetime value of your product, LTV. So that's how you create a profitable growth engine. You don't have to spend more time on marketing. You don't have to spend more time on talking and following up to client. And that will increase your budget. Instead of spending most of it on marketing, you can spend it on making a better product. So this is the compounding effect, and it is the secret to scaling your business simultaneously. Here's the bottom line. Stop rushing to scale before your product is even ready. The goal isn't to get rich quick, but the goal is to build a business that get better every day without you. So the first phase of any business should be about learning, and it's not about earning. So if you're willing to delay the gratification and do the hard work, so say you learn how to pitch, you learn how to close, you learn how to make deals, negotiate, and everything like that. You learn how to make a good product, you learn fulfillment, everything like that. And when you're in this journey, you learn to bend your knees to larger people who are more experienced than you, so you can learn what they have. And it really isn't about money. Sometimes money comes, and that's nice. People like to pay you because you've done them the hard work. That's nice. But that's not your goals. Your goal should be, if you find something, find someone that are in a bigger industry than you, and they have the things that you want, try to learn from them. That could be free, or sometimes they offer you to pay. So the businesses that wins aren't the one that have the best marketing hack. They're the ones that with the best product. They learn and they grow, and eventually success is inevitable. So ask yourself, are you building something that people can't stop talking about? Or are you building something that people can't say no to? If not, it's time for you to get locked in, get to work, stop chasing growth, and create something extraordinary out of your work. So if this resonated with you, just drop me in the comment below, and you like what I'm doing, just let me know. And if you want me and my team to help you grow your business with our own system that we spent years building to get us 5-10 clients a month automatically, book a call me below or just check out my free course. Other than that, later.